Welcome to CSGAB Info Hub. We shall overcome. College Students and Graduates Association of the Blind. Tinagar Chennai. Telephone number 0442434868.
சட்டம் அறிவோம், சம உரிமைகளை காப்போம்.
தமிழன் என்று சொல்லடா, தலையில் நிறுத்தி நில்லடா, தமிழடா.
GOMS number 28 dated 27/7/2018 விளம்பி ஆடி 11 திருவள்ளுவர் ஆண்டு 2049. The Tamil Nadu Rights of Persons with Disabilities Rules 2018. This segment contains the titles 6. Assessment Board for Special Provisions for Persons with Disabilities with High Support Needs. 7. Competent Authority for Registration of Institutions for Persons with Disabilities and Grants to such institutions. 8. Application and Grant of Certificate of Registration. 9. Appeal. 10. Authority to issue Disability Certificate on specified disabilities. 11. Appeal against a decision of certifying authority. 12. Members to be nominated by the government for the State Advisory Board on Disability. 13. Allowances for the members of the State Advisory Board on Disability. 14. Notice of meetings. 15. Quorum. 16. Minutes. 17. District Level Committee on Disability. 6. Assessment Board for Special Provisions for Persons with Disabilities with High Support Needs. For the purpose of providing the services listed in Clause 1 of Section 2 of the Act, the District Differently Abled Welfare Officer shall be the authority under subsection 1 of Section 38 of the Act to receive the application for high support and refer it to Assessment Board. 7. Competent Authority for Registration of Institutions for Persons with Disabilities and Grants to such institutions. The Commissioner for Welfare of the Differently Able shall be the competent authority for the purposes of Chapter 9 of the Act. 8. Application and grant of certificate of registration. 1. Every application for a certificate of registration shall be made to the Commissioner for Welfare of the Differently Abled in Form 3 in Schedule 1 through District Differently Abled Welfare Officer along with his inspection report and specific recommendations. 2. No certificate of registration shall be granted under subsection 2 of section 51 of the Act unless the institution with respect to which an application has been made is in a position to provide such facilities and meet such standards as given in Form 4 in Schedule 1. 3. A certificate of registration may be granted in Form 5 in Schedule 1 for a period not exceeding 3 years. 4. An application for renewal of a certificate of registration shall be made in Form 3 in Schedule 1 not less than 60 days before the expiry of the period of validity. Provided further that the competent authority may consider application for renewal of the certificate of registration after 60 days but not later than 120 days if he is satisfied that sufficient reasons has been provided for such delay. 5. If the application for renewal of certificate of registration is made before its expiry as specified in the Proviso to Sub-Rule 4, the certificate of registration shall continue to be in force until orders are passed on the application and the certificate of registration shall be deemed to have expired if application for its renewal is not made within 60 days as specified in the said provision. 6. Every application made under subsection 1 or subsection 5 of section 51 of the Act shall be disposed of by competent authority within 30 days from the date of receipt of application. 9. Appeal. 1. Any person aggrieved by the order of the Commissioner for Welfare of the Differently Abled refusing to grant a certificate of registration under subsection 2 of section 51 or revoking a certificate of registration under subsection 1 of section 52 of the Act respectively may, within 30 days, prefer an appeal to the Secretary to Government, Welfare of the Differently Abled Persons Department against such refusal or revocation. 2. The order of the Secretary to Government, Welfare of the Differently Abled Persons Department on such appeal shall be final. 10. Authority to issue disability certificates on specified disabilities. 1. The medical authorities and certifying authorities to issue disability certificates shall be as specified in Schedule 2. 2. The disability certificate may be obtained by the persons with disabilities residing anywhere in the state from any of the certifying authority specified in Schedule 2. 3. In cases where the Government of India has issued guidelines on the composition of medical and certifying authorities or appellate authorities competent to evaluate and assess specific disabilities or the method of such assessments, such guidelines shall be followed unless specifically exempted by the government, notwithstanding anything listed in the Schedule 2. 11. Appeal against a decision of certifying authority. 1. Any person aggrieved with the decision of the certifying authority in case of rejection or disagree with the percentage of disability assigned by the certifying authority may appeal against such decision within 3 months from the date of issue of disability certificate to the Joint Director, Medical Services of the district concerned. 2. The appeal shall be accompanied by a copy of the certificate or letter of rejection being appealed against. 3. On receipt of an appeal, the appellate authority shall, after giving the appellant an opportunity of being heard and after consultation with concerned specialist, pass such orders on it as it may deem appropriate. 4. An appeal shall be disposed of within 1 month from the date of receipt of the same. 12. Members to be nominated by the government for the State Advisory Board on Disability. 5 members shall be nominated by the government by rotation to represent the districts in the following manner. 1. One representative from the district of Chennai or Tiruvallur or Panchpuram. 2. One representative from the district of Vellore or Krishnagiri or Kadalur or Viluppuram or Tiruvannamalai or Ariyalur or Perambalur. 3. One representative from the district of Tiruchirappalli or Shivagangai or Karur or Tanjavur or Tiruvarur or Nagapattinam or Pudukkottai. 4. One representative from the district of Madurai or Dindakkal or Theni or Virudhunagar or Ramanathapuram or Thoothukudi or Kanyakumari or Tirunelveli. 5. One representative from the district of Coimbatore or Tirupur or Erode or the Nilgiris or Salem or Namakkal or Dharmapuri. 13. Allowances for the members of the State Advisory Board on Disability. 1. The non-official members of the State Advisory Board on Disability residing in Chennai shall be paid an allowance at a rate of daily allowance applicable to Group A officers of the government for each day of the actual meetings of the said board. 2. The non-official members of the State Advisory Board on Disability not residing in Chennai shall be paid travelling allowance and daily allowance for each day of the actual meeting at the rate applicable to Group A officer of the government. 14. Notice of meetings. 1. The meetings of the State Advisory Board on Disability shall ordinarily be held at the state headquarters on such dates as may be fixed by the chairperson. 2. The State Advisory Board on Disability shall meet at least once in every 6 months. 3. The chairperson shall preside over every meeting of the State Advisory Board on Disability, and in his absence, the members present shall elect one of the members to preside at that meeting. 4. 15 clear days notice of an ordinary meeting and 5 clear days notice of a special meeting specifying the time, venue and the agenda shall be given by the member secretary to the members. 5. Notice of the meeting may be given to the members by delivering the same by messenger or by sending it by registered post with acknowledgement due to his last known place of residence or business. 15. Quorum. 1. One half of the total members of the State Advisory Board on Disability shall form the quorum for any meeting. 2. If a meeting of the board cannot be held for want of quorum, then the meeting shall automatically stand adjourned till the same day in the next week at the same time and place, or if that day is a public holiday, till the next succeeding date which is not public holiday at the same time and place. 3. Notice of the adjourned meeting shall be given to all the members. 16. Minutes. 1. The member secretary shall maintain the record containing the names of all the members of the board who attended the meeting of the board and of the proceedings at the meetings in a book to be maintained for that purpose. 2. The minutes of the previous meeting of the board shall be read at the beginning of every succeeding meeting and shall be confirmed and signed by the presiding officer at such meeting. 3. The proceedings shall be open to inspection by any member of the board at the office of the member secretary of the board during office hours. 17. District Level Committee on Disability. 1. The District Level Committee on Disability shall consist of 1. District Collector Chairperson, 2. Ex officio members, A. Deputy Director Health, B. District Employment Officer, C. General Manager District Industries Center, D. District Social Welfare Officer, E. Project Officer Integrated Child Development Service ICDS, F. Chief Education Officer, G. Executive Engineer Building Public Works Department, H. Regional Transport Officer, I. District Child Protection Officer, J. Advocate Free Legal Aid Cell District Court, K. Regional Director for Municipal Administration, L. District Differently Abled Welfare Officer Member Secretary. 3. 5 representatives of persons with benchmark disabilities as mentioned in the schedule to the Act nominated by the District Collector, and 3 representatives of registered organizations nominated by the District Collector. 2. The District Level Committee on Disability shall perform the following functions, namely: A. Advise the district authorities on matters relating to rehabilitation and empowerment of persons with disabilities. B. Monitor the implementation of the provisions of the Act and the rules made thereunder by the district authorities. C. Assist the district authorities in implementation of schemes and programs of the government for empowerment of persons with disabilities. D. look into the complaints relating to non-implementation of the provisions of the Act by the district authorities and recommend suitable remedial measures to the concerned authority to redress such complaints. E. Look into the appeal made by the employees of government establishments aggrieved with the action taken under subsection 4 of section 23 of the Act and recommend appropriate measures. F. Any other functions as may be assigned by the government. 3. The district level committee on disability shall meet once in 3 months in a year.
Compilation of state and central government orders are brought out and made available by College Students and Graduates Association of the Blind in 3 volumes.
Thanks for listening and do not forget to subscribe. We will join you with a new post.